What's good with y'all, man? I'm back and I reloaded with another video, man. On this one, we got Tommy Lee Sparta before they were famous. And I ain't watched it before they were famous in a long time. I didn't even know Tommy Lee had one. Somebody was in my comments and let me know that he had one. Said they wanted me to react to it. I couldn't really find nothing else to react to, so here we are. You feel me? But I ain't gonna do too much talking, man. Other than that, let's just get into it.
Everybody soon get old and lonely. Come out, party peoples. Live like there's no tomorrow.
Before Tommy Lee.
So that's what Tommy Lee really sound like when the auto-tune ain't on. When he do that high-pitched voice. That's what he really sound like. I would have never thought.
Party peoples. Live like there's no tomorrow.
Before Tommy Lee Sparta brought dark imagery to dancehall, breaking onto the scene as the genre's first goth.
Tough chat like your woman food.
Wait, can y'all verify that he was the first dark dancehall artist, the first gothic dancehall artist? Can y'all verify that for me?
Yo, mind me send one of me demon girl from SPARTA come suck off your cock and murder you.
Before Uncle Demon dropped songs like Spartan Soldier, Grim Rim Rave, and Soul Reaper.
I remember reacting to Tommy Lee got some very, very unique looks, and I'm gonna just say that. I'm not about to get too deep into it, but some of the stuff I be seeing Tommy Lee do, I don't know. That's the most I can say about it is I don't know. But I remember reacting to that song. That this video was lit. I remember watching this.
Before receiving shoutouts from the likes of Usain Bolt, working with Vybz Kartel and Gaza Slim, beefing with Bounty Killer, and feuding with Gage and Alkaline at the same time.
I would want to ask you.
I ain't even know the Tommy Lee had no beefs. I ain't know nothing about it. If I did, I forgot. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't even know he had that many beefs and stuff like that. I always thought Tommy Lee was in his own little lane, doing his own little thing. I didn't even know he had smoke with people like that.
With Bounty Killer and feuding with Gage and Alkaline at the same time.
I would want to ask you, which one of them you see as your most worthy opponent?
Me not violate them because artists them still, isn't me? They have them thing. They have them little lyrics.
Well, music insiders who know the man tend to say that.
Respect. I like that answer though. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of times when you be on these people's platforms doing interviews, they try to stir up some type of crazy response out the artist because they want the clickbait, they want the clip, before clipping was a thing, they was doing clipping even back then. They just wanted that video that they could push out and say Tommy Lee said this on my platform and so on and so forth. So they would try to get the artists to beef with each other. You know what I'm saying? So I like that response. He ain't really feed into it too much.
The man tend to say that Tommy Lee Sparta is a super nice guy. He's been incredibly controversial for his dark Uncle Demon persona and gothic style. So much so that he had to tell Fader back in 2012, I'm not a demon and I no worship the devil and them things. The music business is just an evil business. None of us are perfect.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna listen to that one more time.
For his dark Uncle Demon. Lee Sparta is a super nice guy. He's been incredibly controversial for his dark Uncle Demon persona and gothic style. So much so that he had to tell Fader back in 2012, I'm not a demon and I no worship the devil and them things. The music business is just an evil business. None of us are perfect.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not just gonna say that Tommy Lee worship anything. But at the same time, why is everybody calling me? Like everybody, bro. Everybody always on a call when you busy. Y'all ever go through that? Like, ain't nobody been worried about you all day. As soon as you start doing something productive, everybody just start calling. Like, you had all day to call me, bro. Like, all day. But I ain't gonna say Tommy Lee worship nothing specifically, because I don't know Tommy Lee. So how would I be able to just say that he worships anything? But I know people who don't worship I'm gonna just say dark energy. If you don't worship dark energy, most people who don't worship dark energy don't even play around with dark energy. Tommy Lee definitely depicts dark energy, like demons and devils and all that. Like Tommy Lee, like literally has that imagery in his videos. I don't know anybody who doesn't worship those things who still puts things like that in their imagery. I'm just saying, music business or not, like I'm not hopping in no business that's gonna have me even acting like I worship something that I don't worship. Like that's just, You know what I mean? And I know that the job of these people who do start signing these deals and having to, you know what I'm saying, submit to certain things, part of their job is to not admit that they're, you see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just leave it at that though. Like I said, I don't know, but I'm gonna just leave it at that.
I'm not trying to do his accent or anything like that. That's actually how Fader transcribed the interview. So I just read it word for word. But his past, it gives us some clues about his aesthetic choices. Tommy Lee Sparta lost his father at a young age and was first inspired to write music at his grandfather's vigil. As he developed as an artist, he fathered his first child at just 14 years old. Dropped out of high school.
Damn.
Developed as an artist, he fathered his first child at just 14 years old.
Damn, he had his first child at 14, bro. He was a freshman in high school. That sounds crazy as hell. Wait, no. Freshman in high school. Yeah, that's 14. That's 14. No, that's crazy though, bro. I ain't gonna lie. 14, young as hell. I would have dropped out of school too. I got responsibilities. You feel me? That's crazy though.
Dropped out of high school 2 years later and found himself literally scavenging to put food on the table for his growing family. What's going on, guys? My name is Michael McCrudden, documenting the life and career of Tommy Lee Sparta prior to fame, here for you on Before They're Famous. Now, I've covered Vybz Kartel, Movado, Alkaline, and Popcorn in the past, but there's one dude on Instagram.
Let me know if y'all want me to see me react to any of those he just named off. But hold on, y'all. My grandma. Let me text my grandma back, man. Talking about she ain't heard from me in a while. She want to make sure I'm good. Let me text her back. Oh, she ain't even text me. She left me a voicemail. Let me just text her real quick so she know I'm cool though. My fault, y'all. I ain't trying to have her out here.
Instagram, known as 300 Spartan Soldier, who just won't leave me alone. He requests this video every day, so I finally am getting it done. I dedicate it to you, buddy. Now let me know who's next in the comments down below.
Music chose me, man. So me, a long time doing music. My family.
Hold on, what's wrong with him? Like, why look like he just got out of a fight with a bear?
My grandfather and my granduncle, they play violin and guitar.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet
Bro.
Tommy Lee Sparta was born Leroy Jr. Russell on November 4th, 1987, and grew up in the Flankers community in Montego Bay. He grew up with 5 siblings, but his childhood was difficult as he lost his father when he was just 9 years old. He said of
That's tough though. Losing a parent at 9 though. You ain't even hit double digits in age and you already lost somebody as close to you as a parent, bro. That'll change your mindset, you know what I mean? And make you grow up faster. And I couldn't imagine it. You know, I ain't lose, at least not to death. You know what I'm saying? I ain't lose no parent that young. I ain't lose neither one of my parents yet, so I couldn't imagine that. That's crazy.
But his childhood was difficult as he lost his father when he was just 9 years old. He said of his family, "I just come out hardcore alone. One brother is a soldier, another sister is a Christian, one brother is a manager at a hotel." Leroy grew up in a musical home. His grandfather and great uncles had a band that would often play traditional Jamaican wakes. When that grandfather passed away, young Leroy attended the vigil, and it was there that he was inspired to pen his first lyrics. Apparently, music wasn't the only thing Leroy was getting into from a young age. He fathered his first child when he was just 14 years young. He tried to balance his music, fatherhood, and his studies while attending Anchovy High School, but while he was in the 10th grade, he would drop out of school.
Real quick, for all the Jamaicans listening.
Studies while attending Anchovy High.
Like, how is it like that all of y'all schools have like, what's the word I'm looking for? Uniforms? Like, I feel like every school I done seen in Jamaica, every school got uniforms. All the kids is required to wear uniforms at school. School I went to, most public schools in America don't require you to wear uniform. You don't have to start wearing uniform until you start going to private schools And then there's some little other schools that make you wear uniforms, but for the most part, a lot of schools you ain't gotta wear no uniform. You know what I'm saying? So I always be kind of curious when I be seeing a lot of y'all pictures when it come down to like the kids, high schools, middle schools. Like it seemed like everybody required to wear a uniform.
School, but while he was in the 10th grade, he would drop out of school after discovering that his 11th grade girlfriend was expecting to give him a second child. His mother then allowed his pregnant girlfriend to move into the family home, presumably to prevent her young son from knocking up any more chicks. But that wouldn't exactly work. As of June 2016,
but that wouldn't exactly work. This boy Tommy Lee was out there getting active, man. He said, I don't care who. He said protection who? Protection where? You know what I'm saying?
knocking up any more chicks. But that wouldn't exactly work. As of June 2016, he's fathered a total of 8 children. Still years away from making a name. 16, he's fathered more chicks. But that wouldn't exactly work. As of June 2016, he's fathered a total of 8 children. Still years away from—
I thought they said at 16 he had— I was about to say, bro, what? That sounds crazy, like inhumane, you know what I'm saying? But 8 children, man, that's crazy, bro. 8 kids. It's a lot, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm getting stressed just thinking about it. I ain't gonna fake.
For making a name for himself in the music industry, Leroy started hustling on the streets and picked up work on a construction site. But this wasn't enough to make ends meet, so to feed his family, he—
8 kids, hell no. Shit, you gotta do some spectaculars, you know what I'm saying? You gotta start thinking outside the box with 8 kids. A little job ain't gonna cut it. I don't care if it's construction or not. Construction pay good too. But 8 kids, you know what I'm saying? You gotta start. Hey man, you gotta become a rapper. He had the right idea, you feel me? He had to become an artiste. Man, and he just better be one of the best. He did what he was supposed to do, man. Thank God, because 8 kids, boy.
Up work on a construction site. But this wasn't enough to make ends meet, so to feed his family, he turned to the sea, catching fish, shrimp, and conch. He would also climb breadfruit and ackee trees. He told the Jamaican Star, "You know ackee grow my kids them when them younger, mine no ramp, feed them ackee tree, a bowl a daytime."
You see what I'm saying though? You see all them things he just started naming off, little random little things that he started doing to make ends meet. Tell you, like I just said, he had 8 kids. You got to get real creative, because at that point, bro, it's time to feed the family, man. 8 kids, boy, that's 10 miles between you and your baby mama. And I don't know, I missed the part. I don't know if he said he was having these kids all by one woman or not, but you got to feed yourself, feed your woman, 8 other kids. You know what I'm saying?
While still struggling to literally put food on the table, Leroy continued to have a passion for music. He began DJing at Sniper Studios in late 2008 and recorded his first song, Spartan Story.
Man, Tommy Lee looked like the Jamaican Kane. I swear, man, Tommy Lee, I don't know what he into, man. He into something though. Every time I see Tommy Lee, he just always got some next level going on. When I say next level, I just mean next level. It's just always dark. Like the face paint, the everything, the black lipstick, he was on it back then. You feel me? Nowadays, it's a hell of people wearing a little black nail polish and they doing all type of weird you know what I'm saying? But Tommy Lee was on it back then. You feel me? Like back then. He blamed it on the music business though. So if you could read between the lines of what that mean, I don't know.
Leroy donned the stage name Tommy Lee, which would eventually be changed to Tommy Lee Sparta, so he wouldn't get confused with the Motley Crue drummer who was hooking up with Brittany Furlong. Still, music was just a hobby for him. He didn't consider the possibility of being a professional musician, even when he began performing as the opening act for local shows and receiving warm responses from the crowd. He even opened for Vybz Kartel on a number of occasions. Eventually, Vybz would invite Tommy Lee to move out to Kingston with him and join his musical collective, Portmore.
That's one hell of a story. One hell of a journey. You ain't technically... You say you ain't really want to do music, but somehow you opening up for Vybz, bro. That'd be the crazy thing about a lot of musicians and artists. Now, I don't know if they be telling the truth or not, because some of them could be saying it just to sound cool. But a lot of these artists that get the biggest, like, fans and all of that, it be like, them be the ones who seem like they ain't really care too much about music. In some cases, not every case is like that. Like some artists who big, they've been doing music forever, and they'll say that. But it's a lot of artists, at least in the States, bro, that blow up and they never wanted to be artists, rappers, or whatever. Like they never wanted to even do music, and they just decided to do it, and they just got in the right rooms, and voila, you know what I'm saying? That rapper, nah, that's how it be, bro. Or a singer or whoever, you know what I'm saying? Summer Walker, she a singer out the States. I'm pretty sure y'all know who Summer Walker is, but her story was, well, how did you make it? Well, I needed some money. I was doing this and that. I just called my friend and told her I needed some bread, and she set me up a meeting with the record labels, and I'm pretty sure it was more to the story than that, but that's how she explained it, though. You feel me? Like, it be like, I don't know, some people just be having crazy ass little connection.
Empire, but Leroy was reluctant to leave his home and growing family, so he turned down the offer, at least at first. Tommy Lee Sparta was later invited to perform at Vybz Kartel's birthday bash in January 2010, and it was then that he accepted the offer to become a member of Vybz Kartel's crew. His first underground hit with the Portmore Empire would be Warn Dem, released in November of that year.
And I feel like ain't none of y'all ever tell me Tommy Lee was running around with Vybz at some point. I feel like nobody ever told me that. It makes so much more sense why he as big as he is now. Not to say that he only big because of Vybz Kartel, but I'm just saying though, like, it's a pretty big boost. You know what I'm saying? I feel like nobody ever told me he was running around with Vybz. I never knew that.
A bigger hit would follow with Some Boy, released in 2011.
Y'all don't mess with the brain. Don't know we feel real intimidating fame.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking
Nobody
about
care
it.
about building no
Meet
app with
Base
they name
44.
on it. Who does that?
I will be falling in rain.
Make it look like a scarpening man.
The song was not a smash hit out the gate, but after the arrest of his mentor, Vybz Kartel, and the release of the song's music video, things began to turn around. As the song began to generate a buzz for Tommy Lee throughout 2012, he released a total of 5 EPs and heavy-hitting follow-up singles like Shook, Busta Blank, and Psycho.
I reacted to this too. It's funny, all the songs they playing, I low-key remember, except for them super old ones I ain't never seen.
Busta Blank and Psycho.
And I remember this because I noticed something in the video. I'm gonna pause it and y'all let me know if y'all see what I'm talking about. But I noticed something in the video that surprised me, but it was a very pleasant surprise. You see what I'm saying?
Go.
Now, I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna just press play. But it was a very pleasant surprise when I seen it.
In the summer of 2012, Tommy Lee Sparta's music was everywhere, and he would headline both the Reggae Sumfest in Montego Bay and the Sting Music Festival in Portmore. While Vybz Kartel's ongoing legal issues led to the shutdown of his label, at Jaheim Records, Tommy Lee teamed up with Gaza Slim to start a new label called PG-13, which they ran until Vybz was released from jail. Now, one of the most prominent members of the Gaza camp, it wouldn't be long before he would be feuding with Gully. Alliance leader Bounty Killer took to Twitter on September 8th, 2012, writing this. Christmas is for Christ, so no demon or devil see a win, we blood clot, all them a dead sting. Many saw this as a direct reference to Tommy Lee Sparta and a threat regarding his upcoming Sting Music Festival performance on Boxing Day. But Bounty Killer denied this, claiming it was just an innocent message against the devil. Tommy Lee Sparta said he would overlook the slight out of respect for his dancehall elder. Then, just 1 week later, he released a diss track and music video aimed at Bounty Killer called Goat Head.
What the world don't know you.
Damn, so he said, nah, F that. I feel away. I'm about to put out a diss record. He think I overlooked it. He think I'm not really tripping about it. He think I'm gonna let it go. But I got something for you. You know what I'm saying? Now, this all I'm saying though, bro. Tommy Lee, if you don't worship that, if you don't believe in none of that, why you feel like you gotta create a diss record just over a man saying he ain't really rocking with the demons on that day? You know what I'm saying? But like, it makes sense. Why you feel like it was aimed at you? He ain't say your name, Tommy. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
fuss. Boy, you come and pull body allegation. Remember you do a video with a naked man. You remember that?
Bounty Killer responded with 2 diss tracks of his own, and the 2 were slated to clash at the upcoming Sting Music Festival. But then, after the festival's lead promoter implied that Tommy Lee Sparta might have a chance of beating the veteran artist, Bounty Killer canceled the performance.
Oh,
During the
damn.
festival, Tommy Lee Sparta then expressed
He ain't want no smoke. Canceling the performance over being scared to lose in a battle was crazy.
Bounty Killer canceled the performance. During the festival, Tommy Lee Sparta then expressed respect for Bounty Killer, and both artists have since stated they consider the beef to be over. Throughout 2013, Tommy Lee Sparta would release 2 LPs, Uncle Demon and Sparta Boss, as well as EPs Save Them Soul, Bun No No, and Spartan Soldier. Dream would follow in 2014 with Big Bike and Rebirth dropping in 2015. As for the rest of the story, well, that's pretty much it because this is before they're famous. My name's Mike McCrudden, and we make all sorts of celebrity bios here on this channel. Be sure to browse around, hit subscribe, check out our other videos on similar artists. I'll see you guys in the next one. Boom! So to feed his family, he turned to the sea, catching fish, shrimp, and coonch. Fuck is a coonch?
Hey man, well that's the video right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I found out a couple things about Tommy Lee. I ain't know he was running with Vybz Kartel. I ain't know he was beefing with certain artists. I ain't know certain things like that. You know what I'm saying? But I enjoyed it though. It was a nice little, you know what I mean, fun fact type video. You feel me? But other than that, man, hopefully y'all enjoyed it, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Let me know any other videos y'all want me to see. And hey, man, other than that, I'm out.